Hello and welcome to this next video for me. If you're clicking into this video because you're hoping for a parish trap because you saw it on the thumbnail, you are damn right. Because today we are using Wolf Glick's Parish Song team, or rather recreation. I made the EVs myself. We will get to that in a second. But first of all, who is my opponent today? My opponent today is Juan Salerno, the best Argentinian player out there. I think currently he has 1700 CP, which makes him top 5 in the world right now, and he also had really good finishes across the years he's been playing. He won a regional in this season, he had a top 32 finish in last year's OCIC, and in general, whenever you think of a Latin American player, you have him in mind because he is top tier. And that's why I'm really looking forward to play against him, because I've played not against a lot of Argentinian players. I played against Juan in LAIC this year, I think, where I beat him. And I played against him in EUIC last year, where he beat me. So we already played twice, and we are 1-1, so it's time to settle this best of 3. But let's get to the team right now. I am using Wolf's EUIC team. It's very strong. Apparently it has good matchups into pretty much everything. I'm not entirely sure yet, because the team looks very hard to pilot. So first of all, we've got Amoonguss. Amoonguss, a very good Pokemon in Parish Trap, because it can put the opponent to sleep. It has redirection. It's a very good Koraidon partner as well, because the Pokemon that are immune to Spore are grass types, and Koraidon eats these grass types. We see Sludge Bomb instead of a more common Pollen Puff on Parish teams. Sludge Bomb is really nice to threaten offensively as well. Mental Herb is pretty nice into Anchor stuff from something like Whimsicott or Screamtail, but it also helps to block Taunt once from Urshifu or Tornadus, and that's what makes this Amoonguss so good. Terra Dark, I assume it is there to still have this Prankster Anchor or Taunt immunity, as well as having a good matchup into Shadow Rider, because Shadow Rider is one of the few Pokemon you cannot trap with Gothitelle, because Ghost types are immune to Shadow Tag, and Astral Barrage hits 3 Pokemon for super effective damage. Koraidon is not super bulky, so that's why we have Terra Dark on Amoonguss. We are very specially defensive, because it's our Calyrex Shadow check, and it also helps against stuff like Tornadus, Urshifu, because for Urshifu we've got the Sun, but that way we also take less damage from the Bleak Wind Storm, and specially defensive Amoonguss is overall pretty good on that team, because you don't need this physical defensive Amoonguss for Calyrex or Urshifu, because you have other tools for those. But why am I running 35 speed, and why am I not running min speed? Why am I not running my more common 48 speed? The reason for that is that I wanted to underspeed Clefairy, because I want to if I set up Parish Song in an endgame where I have Amoonguss against Clefairy, I want to die last, because that way I win the game. But at the same time, I wanted to outspeed min speed Amoonguss, because they are either 48, 50 speed, or they are min speed, so I didn't want to go into a speed tie, and 35 speed makes sure that I outspeed them, so that I can click Terra Fire, Flare Blitz, Spore, and I will outspeed the min speed Amoonguss, because they could go Terra Water, but then my Spore goes before their Spore. I also outspeed -1 Amoonguss if they have 48 or 50 speed. Let's say they are neutral speed, that's 50. Maybe they play 4 EVs, that's 51. Even if they play 12 EVs, that's 52. But at -1, let's say Amoonguss takes an Icy Wind from the Flutter main, they drop to 34, and then I am 1 point faster than these Amoonguss. And that's why I have 35 as a speed stat. I just thought I explained it to you. Then next up we've got Incineroar. I made Incineroar min speed to get the slow parting shot against opposing Incineroar, as well as have the same thing with Perish Song. If we have Incin, the opponent has Incin, I want to die last. And since Incin is also a very important Pokemon in the Calyrex Ice matchup, I think it's good to create a speed sandwich with Koraidon and Incineroar, where Koraidon outspeeds outside of Trick Room and inside of Trick Room Incineroar outspeeds. And that's why I chose this kind of speed stat. We are sassy. It's a pretty standard spread on Incineroar, because with that spread we survive an Electro Drift outside of terrain from Miraidon. Not that it matters too much, because you again have other tools for Miraidon, but you also take special moves better in general. Again, Shadow Rider is a big problem, but we still have enough physical defense to also take on stuff like Chiempao or Ogapon Halflame. Interestingly enough, we have no fake out, no fake out, imagine. No knockoff on Vincent. Instead, we have a Protect, and Protect is just a very valuable tool to reposition yourself, especially on a Perish Song team. It makes a ton of sense. Flare Blitz instead of knockoff. You could say knockoff is better into Shadow Rider, but you can force a Terra with Flutter Mane, for example, and then KO them with something like Terra 5 Flare Blitz from Koraidon. Or what I much more wanted to say is that if they Terra to Terra Fairy or Terra Dark or Terra Normal, Flare Blitz is way stronger than knockoff. Especially in Sun, it is a very threatening move actually, and that's why we probably have Flare Blitz instead of knockoff. Safety goal is Terra Bug. I assume Terra Bug is for Landorus Eye, as well as Zamazenta. Why not one Terra Grass then, or Terra Ghost or something? The reason probably is because if you are Terra Ghost, you are weak to all Zamazenta, all the partners from Zamazenta. Flutter Mane, Chiyu, Chiempao, and that's why Terra Bug is better. And against Landorus Eye, you also don't want to be weak to the Glacial Lance from Kelly Ice, because there are a lot of Kelly Ice Landorus Eye teams. There are also Landorus Eye teams on Zamazenta, and that's why Terra Bug is just the best choice for that. Next up, we've got Screamtail, and Screamtail is interesting because we have no attacking move, and that's why we are Terra Dark, again, Prankster Taunt, Prankster Anchor. I'm 1 point faster than Kyogre, because Choice Scarf Kyogre exists, or maybe we don't have our boost energy anymore because we led with Screamtail, switched it out. Would be weird to not have a boost energy up anymore with Koraidon on the team as well, but it can happen. So that's why we are 1 point faster than Max Speed Kyogre, Max Speed Groudon, in general the 90 base speed Pokemon. And then I wanted to maximize physical defense bulk, because I think with max special defense Amoonguss and a sassy Incineroar, we should train Screamtail to be physically defensive, because Screamtail is key in the Kelly Ice matchup and in the Zamazenta matchup, I think, because there it's important to use Perish Song, and that's why I wanted to take less damage from Glacial Lance, Heavy Slam, and all that stuff, because I think you do something like instant Screamtail lead, go for Fake Out Perish Song, or maybe not Fake Out Perish Song, switch to Gothita Perish Song, Fake Out, switch to Instant, Fake Out, switch, you know, like how Perish Song works. But that's why Screamtail sometimes has to take a Heavy Slam or two, and that's why we are max HP first, because that is better bulk in general, and then a lot of defense, because that is needed for those matchups. Koraidon is actually just max, because with Jolly Koraidon, you can outspeed the stuff that was trained to be a little bulkier, like Miraidon going Modest, Chiempao going Adamant, Shadow Rider. I featured it on my Ultimate Guide video, that some Shadow Rider play only 188 or 190 speed, you outspeed those, and that's why Jolly Koraidon can catch all these Pokemon off guard, and the damage output with Life Orb is crazy. You might ask, why not just one Clear Amulet? On a team like Perish Song, you want to get early KOs. You want to get 1 or 2 KOs in the first 2 turns and then close the game with Perish Song, and this is where Life Orb Koraidon comes in. And yeah, there is obviously Incineroar, but you like to see Incineroar, I think, with this team, because Incineroar is passive. Most Incineroar are not even running Flare Blitz anymore, so Amoonguss is also a pretty good check to Incineroar. And this Koraidon still one-hit KOs Incineroar even after Intimidate with Life Orb boosted close combat. And you also get KOs you should not get. We saw it on the stream. It OKO'd Miraidon, it OKO'd Ogapon Half-Flame, and the damage is so absurd. And yeah, Flame Charge with Terra Fire is a very good way to deal a ton of damage and boost your speed at the same point, or at the same time. And yeah, Koraidon, the star of the team, offensive pressure, weather is nice for our two photosynthesis users. Weakening or Rapid Strike is also very good. So yeah, Koraidon, banger Pokemon. The main partner to Koraidon, I would say, is Fluttermane, another offensive Pokemon with the Focus Sash. With Shadow Ball, you hit Ghost types that are immune to the Shadow Tag ability, as I said before, so it's a really good Pokemon to Shadow Rider, especially if you paired with Terra Normal, because that way Shadow Rider only has a single target attack, kind of. Either they go for Astral Barrage and do not hit Fluttermane, or they go for their Psychic or Draining move, and then they only hit one Pokemon anyways. And Fluttermane also provides Icy Wind support. Icy Wind is interesting on that team because it only really helps out Koraidon, so you could also consider, I think, running Perish Song on Fluttermane as well, but Icy Wind can also close out some end games against stuff that would otherwise outspeed Koraidon. So yeah, this is also makes speed. So you realize, wait, Koraidon and Fluttermane are speed tying, aren't they? Yes, but also no, because it is very rare that you have Koraidon and Fluttermane on this, on the board without Sun. So that's why it's okay for them to speed tie. And it also means that, let's say, Fluttermane outspeeds the Shadow Rider, then Wolf knows, or not just Wolf, but you also know that Koraidon outspeeds the Shadow Rider as well, and then you can KO the Shadow Rider. So yeah, that's why I'm running Make Speed on both. I think he was Make Speed on both as well, because in his top 8 match, Fluttermane outsped Koraidon once in rain, and Koraidon did the other thing once. So I think they are both Make Speed. I might be wrong, but Fluttermane with Focus Sash, a really good partner to Koraidon, and offensively very strong in general because of 2-step moves that hit very hard. And last but not least, we've got Gothitelle with Shadow Tags to prevent the opponent from switching. Fake Out, Protect, Psychic, nothing special. Taunt is really nice to shut down Parting Shot from Incineroar, as well as taunt from opposing taunt Pokemon that are slower, or you can taunt a Whimsicott. You can go for taunt on Kaliais to prevent Trick Room. Like, taunt is just really, really good on a Perish team. We are running a lot of physical defense because we cover all the special attackers already. I'm running 52 speed to make sure that I outspeed pretty much every Incineroar, so that I can taunt before they can Parting Shot, so that they are trapped on the field. So yeah, it's a strong Perish Song team. It looks very interesting. I don't know if I can win with it. I will obviously try my best, but I know that Juan is a good player, so yeah, depending on how the matchup is, I think I can do it, but let's find out. Alrighty, here we are in the game against Juan Salerno, the best Argentinian player in the world, obviously. And he is using just the Justin Tang, Shiliang Tang team with Kelly Ice, Warring Moon. Okay, and I'm using Parrish, as you saw in the team building part. So let's see. We can trap everything. So this is a Parrish angle. What is my lead though? Okay, I've never played Parrish before. Do I lead Koraidon Gothitelle? Quidon Gothitelle is not terrible. He has Terra Water on the Landorus, so that's a little annoying. Or do I lead Screamtail immediately? I should not do that, no. I could lead Incin Quidon and bring Goth Screamtail in the back. But no, I think I will not try the Perish mode actually. I will start with... I could also start with Quidon Fluttermane. And I bring Incin, Amoonguss for the spoil against Calyrex. Yeah, I will bring Amoonguss in the back. I will try that for game 1 because yes, I trap all 6 Pokemon on the field, but I feel like Fluttermane gives me a better matchup because I think he will keep Urshifu at home. Urshifu has Taunt, but it has no fighting move. I don't know why it takes so long to connect. That is weird. I might ask him if he is also... are you in the battle? Because... okay, no, it works, I guess. that took longer than expected. Anyways, what I wanted to say is that he has Taunt on the Urshifu, so it could be a bring. But yes, Landorus Ogerpon instead. Alrighty. I could just go for Icy Wind Close Combat into the Landorus. Or I go for Protect Close Combat to keep the Sash. Because he could go for Follow Me as well. He either Terra Waters Velando or he goes for Follow Me, I think. Do I want to lower my defenses though? Should be okay. Because we are Spidef Amoonguss. He does not Terra. And doesn't click Follow Me. I should have clicked Icy Wind Close Combat into that slot. I tried to read something which didn't happen. And he just clicks Stance here. And connects. Does it KO? It does. Oh, like, that is crazy. Because Terrafire Flare Blitz into that slot and Protect. He probably Ivy Cudgel with Fluttermane. He literally loses the game on the spot. Should I have CC'd the Ogerpon? I was scared, like, he could have clicked Spiky Shield, Terra, Sandhill Storm. Well, that's rough. That's definitely not a good start. That was probably a safer play for me. Well, not really. I min speed Incin, right? He probably just double texts now. I could have doubled the Ogerpon. Why would you? I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Do you go Terra Water now at least? I don't know how I can get back into this game. I guess my only hope is that he doesn't click Terror Water now. And stays. Okay. Wait. It looks very bleak, but not over. Doesn't matter. What did he bring in the bag? Kelly Ice for sure, and what's the last? This is Shadow Ball range. Can also still Terror. Sorry. Oh, he bought Urshifu. Okay, so how do I win the game? Is it with Amoonguss or is it with Fluttermane? Well, if I switch to Amoonguss now, the Fluttermane gets Aqua Jet the next turn. He will click Aqua Jet, Ivy Cudgel both into Fluttermane. So, or does he click Aqua Jet, Spiky Shield? If he clicks Aqua Jet, Spiky Shield, he gives me an opening. If I switch to Amoonguss, Flare Blitz, I can still win. But he cannot do that. He terrors the Ogre to get more damage on my... Wait, no. Does he target... Wait. What? He targets my Incineroar. Oh man, if I clicked Flare Blitz into that slot, because I think I survived that. Yeah, oh man. I have to die to the recoil of Spiky Shield, because then I can go to Amoonguss and maybe win? I don't understand, like, I try to understand what he goes for, but I don't. I don't understand it. He can always click Aqua Jet, but maybe my best play is to still hope that he doesn't click it. Maybe he clicks Taunt for no reason. If he clicks Aqua Jet, like, the game is over. Maybe he bought Warring Moon though. I don't know that yet. His best play is to click Aqua Jet. If he clicks Taunt, I could win the game with just Shadow Ball Sludge Bomb. Yeah. So his last is Calyrex Ice. I can still hope that the last is Warring Moon. But it probably isn't. Rarity, Kelly Ice, right? Yeah. Maybe Shadow Ball crit KOs it? I'm so confused about how he played it. Not gonna lie. Against Ice Rider. Nah, Shadow Ball crit doesn't even KO. Actually, crit high roll? Maybe? Aqua Jet Glacial Lance. I'm unfortunately not physically defensive on Amoonguss. Now if I Terra down. It's over. I should have played the first turns differently. Yeah, Aquajet Glacial Lands. Like, even if I click Terra Dark, yes, I survive. I don't survive the double up because he critted. Like, then the Aquajet does more and I lose. So, yeah, crit would have not KO'd. And I lose game 1. Okay. I'm still surprised how the first turns played out. Yeah, I'm surprised because he could have played it way more safe. Maybe he didn't want to, like, after I lost my Kawaii, he could have clicked protect because I brought an Incin. And if you are scared of like Screamtail with Perish, if I have Incin, Flutter, Screamtail left, you guaranteed have the game won with Terrafire, Ogapon, just spamming Ivy Cudgel. Obviously I can disable, but I also have to deal with Landorus at the same time. So my turn 1 did not work at all. I really wanted to keep the Sash. But like I see when CC, and how does he play from there? I think he straight up cannot play from there, but it's okay. Do I want to switch things up? Fluttermane is really good. I could start with Koraidon Incin, and then I bring Goth, Screamtail in the bag. My idea is to maybe bait him to click Protect this time, switch to Goth, when I have Fake Out Pressure up. Yeah. I will try it. That turn 1. Like, there were so many plays that were bad for him. Icy Wind Close Combat, Flare Blitz Protect, Icy Wind Flare Blitz, Protect, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. That's the game 1. Let's go into game 2. Same leads. Does he do just the same thing again? Like, this time his Incin is on the field instead of Fluttermane. It's either Terra Water or Protect on the Lando. You cannot tell me nah. It's either Terra Water or Protect on the Lando. Or Protect on both. I will surrender if he just clicks Sandsear Storm without Terroring again. And if he clicks, you could say he could click Follow Me Sandsear Storm, but that just loses if I click Fake Out. Let's go Goth. Okay. Okay. Just do not follow me. Do not follow me. Nice. Okay. I'm so cheeky. How do I want to approach game 3? First, do not crit. Okay. It's not over yet. It's over when it's over. Rarity. I really want to switch to Screamtail, not gonna lie. This Koraidon one-hit KO half flame, first step half flame, probably just with Terra, right? Yeah. But I can just click. Because I will get the KO on the next turn, I can switch to. I can Flare Blitz switch to instant fake out Perish Song. Does he double ticked? Nah. Oh man, I was so close. Oh, it's okay. Is it okay? If the last is Urshifu, it can still get tricky. I could also go for Protect Taunt. But what if he doubles the Goth? Well, my Taunt goes before his Glacial Lance. Even if he decides to double up on my Gothitelle now, when I have a Taunt out, I can go for... Okay, let's first see what happens. Because I can then go instant, fake out Flare Blitz. Okay. That is sick. Nice! Oh, that is so good. Now I can Flare Blitz, protect. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, how do I want to approach game 3? This Landorus Ogapon combination is very tough to deal with. Like, the team is so slow outside of, like, Koraidon, Screamtail, you know? Wait. Flare Blitz. Switch into instant seals the game, right? Even if he gets an Aqua Jet crit, I can then go for... Okay, if he gets an Aqua Jet crit and KOs my Koraidon, I have instant on the field, I can go for Fake Out Urshifu, Perish Song, into... Switch into Goth... Huh? Yeah. I win. It's tough to like talk about what would have happened because it's like 3 turns ahead, and I at the same time have to make plans for game 3 because this team is not easy to use. Let's be real, it is not easy to use. Okay, Landorus half flame. Is there a lead that is good into that? Landorus half flame. I feel like I have to lead Koraidon, but if I want to click close combat... If he brings the same once again, I have an idea. Not sure how well it would work, but I have an idea. I will try. I think it comes down. Is there a safe play I can make? I think Gothitelle survives every double up. So when I have fake out pressure up. He doesn't take the ogre pawn, right? Okay. So my plan semi-worked. Actually, this was what I had in mind. Because now it's an Icy Wind range, and I have Icy Wind close combat double up. Or I go for protect, switch and golf, fake out, switch and flutter main. Yeah. I have to preserve the Koraidon. Maybe get a second sun up. Follow me. Sensi Storm. Okay, okay. I can also fake out, go back to Insin, fake out. Oh, I dodged! I dodged! Okay, that changes a lot. Then I can go for Icy Wind, Psychic. Or I go for... My play would have won the game on spot. But that's still fine. Is it? Nice! I called him. Oh, okay. Do I die to the recoil? I do not. But I'm in Aqua Jet range. And he doesn't quit. Oh, I feel like with this team you have to make so many calls. Okay, look. I will switch into Instant. Because I think I have to reset the sun. And I Terra Water Psychic the Urshifu. This puts Urshifu in range of Moonblast. I can next turn click Fake Out, toss Koraidon. When I get Flutter Mane in, I can go for... Okay, he Terras, probably the Urshifu. Yeah. I was also thinking about... he has to Aqua Jet, right? My Goth should also survive a double up. Aqua Jet Glacial Lance. Okay. Is this Moonblast range? This might not be Moonblast range. If I had Screamtail now instead of Flutter Mane, like if I brought the same ones as in game 2, I win here. I call that he doesn't click Protect because he's still scared of Screamtail. Nice. Okay. Wait. If I go Koraidon, I have a guaranteed win, right? I can just click Flare Blitz, Psychic. He can KO my Koraidon with Aqua Jet, but then I have Focus Sash Flutter Mane, which beats the Kelly Ice. If he doesn't go for Aqua Jet, I KO the Kelly Ice and I win. I think this is a guaranteed line. Right? Flare Blitz Psychic. Searching Strikes does not KO my Gothitelle. He can take... No, it is a guaranteed line. It is a 1000% win. 1 billion%. Like 1 trillion% win. Right? Koraidon. Wait, Flare Blitz? Psychic. Yeah. It's guaranteed over. He has nothing he can do to win the game. Because Shadow Ball is a 2 KO on the Ice Rider. And I still have my Focus Sash. Am I overlooking something? He cannot Terra the Ice Rider anymore. It is guaranteed game. Flare Blitz, Ice Rider. Yeah. Flare Blitz, Ice Rider, Psychic, Urshifu. I feel like I'm overlooking something, but I think this is game. Flare Blitz, Ice Rider, Psychic, Urshifu. Okay, he maybe... is he double texting? Okay, he thought that I might maybe switch out the Koraidon because I have Scream Tail. Maybe he thought I switched to Scream Tail, tried to Psychic the Urshifu or something. But this was just a guaranteed line. Because if he Aqua Jets my Koraidon and KOs my Gothitelle, let's say he gets a double KO. But if since my Gothitelle outsped the Ice Rider, I KO the Urshifu with Psychic, then my Gothitelle dies, and then I have Focus Sash Flutter Mane against the Caddy Ice, I can just click Shadow Ball, win the game. And if he doesn't Aqua Jet, you see what happens. So it was a just guaranteed line to win the game. GG to Juan, very wild game. I don't know what the best line was. I tried 3 different things. What do you think? What was the best line? What's your opinion on Perish Song? It's pretty funny that I always win when I use Perish Song. Maybe I should play Perish from now on. I won't, but thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I talked about the team, the rent is in the description below, and that being said, I will see you next week with another banger match. I haven't recorded it yet, but I'm really looking forward to the team I'll be using. And when you see this, I'm currently doing a Vancouver watch together on Twitch, so feel free to join. My Twitch link is in the description below, and I will see you there or next week. Anyways, bye bye. So yeah, GG to Juan. He played this very well. I think I could have done some things differently. Maybe I should have led with Scream Tail because, as I said, he has no Pokemon that can switch out once Gothitelle hits the field. He has no Terra Ghost, nothing. But it felt pretty hard because I still have to take Life Orb boosted Earth Powers, maybe Terra Fire attack boosted Ivy Cudgel. So if you know what I could have done better, I really appreciate it because Perish Song is, as you saw, not easy to play. Sometimes you have to go with your gut. And that is cool that I showcased it because sometimes it's not just going for the mathematically best play. Sometimes you just have to feel what your opponent is going to do and then punish it. Especially in bad matchups, you have to do it. But I would not necessarily call the matchup bad, but the lead was definitely not something I like to see, even though he did it 3 times in a row. But he showcased why he is the best Argentinian player out there. He also, as you can see here, he day 2'd LAAC, as far as I know, where I played against him in round 5, 6, 7, something like that. Yeah. GG to Juan again, and also once again let me know which team I should play next week, and also let me know who my opponent should be. Anyways, I will see you then, and take care, enjoy the start of the week, and also enjoy the Vancouver regionals.